Hey everybody, it's Bander of Podcastage, and I am back with another tutorial video for you guys. Today I'm going to show you how to create an aggregate device on your Mac computer so you're able to record multiple mics at the same time if you don't have an audio interface. Okay guys, so today I'm going to try to use 3 different microphones and set them up using an aggregate device on my Mac computer. So I'm going to be using the Neewer NW700, which is running into this Sabrent USB audio adapter. And then I'm going to be using a Blue Snowball Ice microphone, which runs right into my USB hub. And then an SF922B, which is also plugged in to my USB hub. All right, well, let's go ahead and see if I can get this to work. Okay, so once you have all your microphones hooked up, we're going to go to our audio Midi setup. Okay, and once we're in here, we're going to click the addition sign and then select Create Aggregate Device. And then the 3 mics that we're going to be using are the Blue Snowball. We are going to be using the USB PNP, which is the 922B, and then this is connected using the USB headphone set right here. So we're going to select all 3 and try to record them all on separate channels in Logic once we get it finished setting up. So once we have the 3 microphones selected that I'm going to be using, I come over to the right-hand side and make sure that drift correction is selected. And what that does is basically make sure that the microphones stay in sync throughout the recording process. So that should be all that we do in this area. So let's go ahead and close out of there and then open up Logic Pro and see if we can get working. Let's go ahead and open up Logic Pro and see if we can get everything working. And I already have the tracks set up, but I'm going to walk you through how I set each of them up. So the first thing I do when I open up Logic Pro is I go to the upper left-hand corner, click Logic Pro, come down to Preferences, and select Audio. And then I make sure that the input device is selected as aggregate device, and that is the digital device that we just created in the audio MIDI setup. Typically it's on system setting or built-in input, something like that, but we want aggregate device in this case. Okay, so we have that, and once you exit out, it'll normally initialize core audio, stuff like that. Okay, now we need to assign each individual microphone its own track. So here's the Blue Snowball track, and if you scroll down to the left and left click on input, we scroll down and select input 1. That's going to be the Blue Snowball. And then if we go to the next track, the 700, which is the microphone that I'm talking into right now, we scroll down, left click, select input 2. And the same thing with the 922B. We're going to select input 3. So let's go ahead and arm all 3 of these and see what we get, because I have not tried this with 3 microphones before. Okay, so now I'm talking into the 700. Now I'm talking into the Blue Snowball. Now I'm talking in to the 922B. When I look at the waveforms, it actually looks like I goofed up and mislabeled the tracks, but let's go ahead and play it back and see what we get. Okay, so now I'm talking into the 700. Now I'm talking into the Blue Snowball. Now I'm talking in to the 922B. It actually, when I look at the so it looks like there's a little bit of a syncing issue. So let's go ahead and first off, let's relabel these. That's the 922 and this is the 700. And now let's go ahead and let's try to clap sync the tracks together. So we'll delete all of them. All 3 are still armed. Okay, now I'm talking into the 700. Now I'm talking into the 922B. And now I'm talking into the Blue Snowball. Okay, now let's go ahead and see if we can get them all to sync up. So as you can see, it looks like the 700 is a few milliseconds late. So we'll go ahead and adjust that accordingly. We just use our eyes to get them to match up. I'm sure there's some software out there that you can get it to sync up, but I don't care. There we go. Now we have all 3 mics. Into the 700. Now I'm talking into the 922B. And now I'm talking into the blue snowball. So yeah, that will do it. If you have any questions about this method, leave them in the comments down below, and I will do my best to answer them to the best of my ability. If you found the video helpful or you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. If you thought it sucked, give me a big old thumbs down. If you want more of these videos, click subscribe by clicking the Podcastage logo in the corner, and don't forget to share it around. And yeah, I guess that will do it. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.